Shout out to G-Man Boxing. Where's the piss bottle? It's over there.
So when Josh Taylor fought Jose Ramirez the weekend, I actually watched the Top Rank ESPN coverage, right? And on that card, or on that show I should say, Tyson Fury was there, right? And he was saying that he's now signed the contract for Deontay Wilder. I believe Deontay Wilder himself is signed, so we are essentially just waiting on an announcement for this fight. Now obviously we all know, we all wanted to see AJ Fury this summer. I wanted to see it, pretty much everyone else wanted to see it, you know, but as I said in several videos, it got to the stage where I was hearing this, that and the other so much, I was just like, when it happens, it happens. When they announce it, I'm not even going to talk about it. Then we get the old arbitrational hearing, and well, here we are. So we're talking about Wilder Fury 3 as opposed to him versus AJ. But Wilder versus Fury, I'd rather see AJ Usyk out of the two, right? Because I've seen Fury Wilder twice. I've seen Fury box Deontay Wilder, and that was not a Fury anywhere near his best. And for my money, beat Wilder. He was close, but he beat Wilder. Then we see a Fury at his best, or actually close to his best, decide to, you know, jab on the front foot, walk Wilder down, you know, bully Wilder around the ring, and that really worked out a treat. Since then, we've seen Deontay Wilder make a lot of accusations, say a lot of silly things, and you just kind of think to yourself, they do a third fight, what the hell is going to happen? Like, we've seen it twice. We know Fury can box Wilder. We know he can walk Wilder down. We don't know what way Wilder's going to be in mentally, because he's hearing, you know, spiked water, you know, loaded gloves, you know, autopsies. That still cracks me up when I hear his brother said, yeah, Wilder had an autopsy, you know. Unless you're E.T., you don't get an autopsy and then come back to life, you know. So I still think that one was pretty funny, but nevertheless, we're likely to get this fight next, right? We're likely to get this fight next, probably at some stage in July. So we're going to get a big fight this summer in terms of this. Heavyweight boxing is notoriously unpredictable, as you all know. I wouldn't be shy. I might even do, not tonight, I'll probably record it tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to do a video on AJ versus Usyk and Wilder versus Fury, because I genuinely believe one of them guys is going to lose. Between AJ and Fury, one of them is going to lose. I don't know why, something's just telling me one of them is going to lose. I don't know which one. But in terms of this fight, as I said, it's not the fight I want to see. I've seen it twice already. I believe I know the outcome, and I believe that this fight is more easy to call than AJ versus Usyk, because we've seen it, as I said, we've seen it twice. We've seen Fury do different styles. We kind of know what he's all about. Wilder, what a lot of people are saying, right, is that, you know, he has the excuses. He's probably a bit mentally fragile. Maybe still a bit mentally fragile after the loss, so maybe that's not going to help him. I think that what's really not going to help him is two things. The inactivity, because Wilder is someone who relies a lot on timing. Now, he's very awkward, relies a lot on timing, and when you're out of the ring, timing, especially for a long period, like this is about, 16, 18 months, the timing's going to take a hit. Wilder, although he doesn't look it, he's going on 36. He's very athletic, but after you hit, some people, it can vary. You know, it can vary from certain people, but normally 34, 35 is when you'll see your athleticism wane a bit. And I wonder if some of his speed, some of his athleticism is going to wane a bit. So for that reason, I think that this is, I don't want to say a foregone conclusion, because Wilder is the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division, probably bar none. So he always has that power. But I've seen this fight twice already. I believe I know the outcome. We're likely to see Tyson Fury win this fight. Don't get me wrong, it's interesting. Wilder to me is probably my favourite fighter to watch as a heavyweight, because he's so powerful. You never know, like, even when I was watching Wilder Fury 2, and I watched that fight live, when I was watching that, I was still like, even though Fury is dominating, Wilder has that one shot, could change it at any minute. And I still kind of feel that way going into this rematch or trilogy fight, that Wilder could end it at any time. I'm not as stoked for this as I was the rematch, but if we want AJ versus Fury undisputed this year, late this year or early next year, it's got to happen. So as we await the announcement, the inevitable announcement, we know both guys have signed for it. We know that this is likely going to happen some stage in July, if not early August. let's have it. At the end of the day, get it out of the way. Same with AJ Usyk, get it out of the way. I really don't think both guys. I think one of them is going to slip up. I have something just telling me one guy is going to slip up. I don't know which one. I would imagine it's going to be AJ, because I think Usyk is more dangerous than Deontay Wilder, not in terms of punching power, but just in terms of overall qualities. Then Deontay Wilder is the Fury. I believe Fury knows kind of what he's going to get with Deontay Wilder now. He knows what works and what doesn't work. And you see, that's the thing. He knows what works and what doesn't work. With Wilder, he might be improving certain things with Malik Scott, but see, it's all well and good to hit on the pads and look at, see, like, improving this, improving that. When Wilder hurts someone, that red mist descends. And I don't know if Malik Scott will be able to rein him in from that. Because imagine he lands a right hand on Tyson Fury, and say he doesn't knock Tyson Fury out or knock him down, but maybe he buzzes Tyson Fury a bit. Is he going to go in reckless and leave himself open? Because remember what happened when he fought Fury in the first fight and he hurt him. You know, in the 12th round, he got a bit reckless and he ended up walking onto a few shots. Oh yeah, he didn't get dropped, but I'm sure he felt them, and it helped Fury end up taking over. So, although Wilder might look a little bit better on the pads, when he gets in there, will it be the same old story? Because as I said, like, you could look $1 million in the pads, you could look terrible in the ring. As I said, Povetkin, open workout for the White rematch, looked great on the pads. Got into the ring, you know, he looked like he was about as useful as a £2 note in there. You know, that's how poor he looked. And again, looked great on the pads, looked terrible in the ring. So the pad work is not always indicative of a fighter. But I don't want this video to drag on. I don't want to be rambling on too much. Looks likely we're going to get this announcement in the next whenever. We're at the end of May now, so you've got 2 months from now to build the fight. So I reckon in the coming week or so we're going to get a Fury Wilder announcement. As for AJ Usyk, I'd imagine quite soon as well, probably the end of August. So both guys are set in. I'm not going to do it tonight because it's late enough now. I'll probably record it tomorrow night if I'm free, and I'll talk about my worries for both guys. If we want to see now, bear in mind, if one guy comes through and the other doesn't, we still probably will get to see undisputed. So say for argument's sake, Wilder knocks Fury out and AJ beats Usyk, we could get AJ Wilder, still a good fight. But AJ Fury, I think, is a bigger fight. It's an intriguing fight for me. So that's the fight I want to see, but we could likely get it either way. But I'll touch on that in a separate video. For now, I'm going to leave you with this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're having a great day. Smash the like button if you could. Subscribe, of course, if you're new. Happy Monday to all. I hope you have a great day and a great week. #GMansRocks. Again, all that good stuff, lads. And that's for now. I'll talk to you.